13 of Brew Review University. I am your host, Jennifer, with my co-host, Donnie. And, yes, co-host again. And before we get started, Donnie has to do his disclaimer.
Children, it's time to go to bed now. As always, we keep telling you every episode, it's time. And now it's time again. Go to bed. This show is not for you.
Class is in session. And for today's class, we have members of Flying Cruisers. We have Carlos and Justin over here. So thank you guys for coming. It's just two of the members today. The other two, I believe, are working, correct?
Yep, they're busy.
Try to make a living out there.
Right.
Yeah. So we welcome you and thank you for coming on our show. I guess we're getting started right now with the beers.
Quick.
Thank you.
Guess he wants to get this going.
Yeah, so we definitely want to try to get to as many as we can today. I'm going to start out with Drekker Brewing. This is called Brain Squeeze. It's a smoothie sour. They're from Fargo, North Dakota. 5.2 ABV. IBU is unknown, but it's got 3,994 check-ins. So almost 4,000 check-ins and still rates a 4.03. So that's actually very, very good.
That's good. This is a sour, you said?
This is a sour, yes.
Is it like wine? Do I gotta waft it?
And you have to put your pinky out too.
If you want to be fancy, hold your pinky up like this. The higher you hold it, the fancier you are.
There you go. Gotta be fancy.
So, hey, we'll all do that with this one. There we
Alright,
go.
we'll all do it. We'll be
Cheers.
hands on the side. Bottoms up.
Definitely easy drinker.
Yeah,
For sure.
I get the cucumber for sure. Can you get that cucumber?
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I asked. I got a veggie taste to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I got
Wow.
a whole different taste on that. So.
wow. That's definitely something a little different. We got blackberry cucumber smoothie sour, but yeah, that's definitely a little different. As we get going here, guys, first of all, again, we appreciate you guys coming in. Gosh, it's we kept talking about it. You
Yeah.
guys are finally here. Well, we don't have you all here.
Yeah, I know, right?
That being said, who's missing today?
So we are missing our drummer, my brother Morgan, and then we're also missing our singer Anna. So they couldn't make it today, but they're gonna be coming back.
Oh
So,
yes, most definitely.
yeah.
Call them back.
So make sure you stay subscribed because we got the other half of us coming
Yeah,
too.
the other half.
More stories, more fun.
Yes. So, a few simple questions. When did you guys start, for one? And are you all the original members?
Well, we started, let's see, 5 or 6 years ago, originally when half of us were in high school. My brother, so Morgan and Anna, they were in high school and they started a band. And then they asked me to join, too, as another guitarist to it. And we did have another bass player, so Carlos wasn't the original. And so a couple of years ago, he joined another band, so we needed a bass player, and so we found Carlos in 2019, right?
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Feels like 2 years. Yeah.
So-
2 years. Yep.
For basically before we got Carlos, we were mostly a cover band, and when we got Carlos, we still like doing the cover things now, but then we shifted more towards original type music with Carlos, and so he's been a lot of driving force behind us, really getting out there and pushing ourselves. So we're excited to have Carlos here.
Awesome.
So, you guys started as a cover band. So, those influences, when you guys put that ad up, hey, we need a bass player, what were those influences?
Do you remember what you
Yeah.
were looking at?
So pretty much like I guess we'll go a little background on how I met with them, right? So they posted on Reddit looking for bassist, and then my friend sent me like, hey, this reminds me of you. And in that ad, it says, oh, we play in Riverside area, and it was in the Inland Empire Reddit post, right? And then a lot of the stuff was classic rock. It's just, what is it? We got like CCR, there was Red Hot, there was Zeppelin. It was like pretty much everything that's on my Spotify playlist
Okay.
that I listen to in the car. And I'm like, cool, perfect, you know. And so I messaged, I believe it was Morgan that was on Reddit, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then from there we coordinated a interview for me at Chick-fil-A.
So, is that your guys' favorite place to eat? I mean, do you guys still go there pretty often, or?
For together, I don't know. We haven't. Oh, you know what? Yeah, some nights when we would jam, you know, we would order like a gallon with our friends, a gallon of lemonade, and about what was that one time?
30 nuggets or something?
No, it was not 30 nuggets. It was like 100 nuggets.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was the dare.
Yeah. It was 100 nuggets. Chick-fil-A wasn't too happy with us, but you know, yeah, we still like it. You know, just ask me how many rewards points we have, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, we listened to one song already, and that first song was what was the name of the song?
Natural Painkiller.
Okay. Where did you guys record that? Did you guys record that? Do you guys record someplace exclusively? I'll put it that way.
That one was recorded at Full Wave Studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Richard. Yes, we've
Yes,
had Richard
Richard.
on our show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking, you guys have shows coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that there's a big show coming up for you guys that we really want to put out there. Can you tell us a little bit more about that show?
Yeah, we have a show at Characters Pomona. It's a album release party for one of the bands that invited us. It's August 7th. This one we're really trying to promote and trying to get out there. We do sell tickets for the show, so if anyone is interested, there'll be links on this video regarding that. And if you want it cheaper for a pre-sale price, just contact one of us. We give you a physical ticket. It makes it a lot easier and a lot more simpler. You don't have to pay the fees. For that show, we actually are going to play songs that we have not released. We're really planning on actually tuning up these songs, writing them, and kind of, you know, trying to put this for this show where we really try to push our new sound. So we want to make sure that, you know, there's a little treat for those who actually show up.
Nice. So, let's go into this next beer.
Still on the first one.
Uh-oh.
So what we got here in this next beer is this is the Bruery.
Do you know how to pronounce that? Because I know you have problems pronouncing beers.
I think it says horchata, but I could be wrong. I'm not really sure.
That looks like hieroglyphics.
Nobody can read my notes. No one actually does read my notes. But anyway, they're out of Placentia, California. I'm showing my tech now. They're out of Placentia, California. This is a 7.2 ABV, so it's a little bit higher in ABV. This has 36,000 check-ins and still rates a 3.90 out of 5. So that's still pretty high considering 36,000 check-ins. You can get this for about $4 a can. We get this M&M Liquor, Mr. K's, quite a few different places we can get this one. So
And what
anyway,
kind of beer is this? What style? You didn't say. I don't think.
this is technically considered a blonde ale. It has cinnamon in it, vanilla, and rice. So that definitely is the horchata. Definitely.
I'm expecting horchata. I thought you didn't open the can yet.
So anyway, let's bottoms up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Get the cinnamon in that.
Yeah.
Definitely cinnamon.
I taste
Yeah.
the vanilla.
You got the vanilla out of that too?
vanilla.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely that horchata
I wasn't
type taste.
expecting that.
It like hits you out. To me, it's hitting me like afterwards. Like at first I'm tasting beer, right? Then from doing that, I have the cinnamon, right?
Yeah, I got the cinnamon first and then the vanilla.
But every sip I'm taking, it's different.
Different.
Yeah.
Do you have to stir it a little bit?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, we've got plenty here. You guys can definitely dive into that one, or even the cucumber again if you want. But hey, I want to listen to another song. So why don't we get into another song? Why don't we do, let's see, what do you want to do? My Town or Neck Deep?
Well, let's do Neck Deep.
Right on, let's do it.
Used to be on top of the world, but now I'm neck deep in water. Oh, I'm struggling just to stay afloat. Whoa, whoa, throw me a life preserver, 'cause I'm not as good as your daughter. Oh, I can't wait till I'm safe and sound in a boat. Will I find my way? And will it ever end? Is my salvation around the bend? Has it time to stay? It's almost just then. Is my salvation around the
All right, so there you got Neck Deep from the Flying Cruisers. Awesome song. So, do you have questions, or are we going into another one?
I do have some more questions for you guys.
Well, let's ask him another one, and then get to drinking. I'm just here to drink.
Biggest show to date, and why we want to promote this next show is to be your biggest show to date.
Okay, so our biggest show that we've had in the past is, I would say, the Mission and Festival Lights.
Oh, that would be a great show to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's always fun. Get a lot of people. But that one we typically play mostly covers that people like to hear, right?
Sure.
Yeah, don't really want to really promote originals. It keeps the crowd when we're playing Fortunate Son, things like that, right? This next show that we're having, though, is at a bigger venue, from my perspective, right? A lot of bands are going there. It's going to be kind of like a cool little party. It's like a rock party, right, for this album release for this one band. We do want to promote it as much as we can, get our friends, come on through. It'll be fun. It's just a rocking party.
Yeah.
And this one kind of, we do want to get more push into, or more originals for this round.
Yes.
Right? Unless you want to add anything else to that, Justin, but pretty much it's I feel like it's a step forward into pushing the band into bigger, better things.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That Festival of Lights is awesome.
That one's fun. That one's
Yeah.
always fun, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Different-
awesome.
Yeah, different different venues, different like places in your mind. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that also lets us flex. You know, like hey, you know, then we scratch our covers itch, and then we go to this other place, we scratch our originals itch, and so the reason that we're really looking forward to another reason is that with this originals gig is we're really getting, you know, another chance and opportunity to really flesh out who we are inside and to show that to other people.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. You guys, I've listened to a few of your tracks now, and I'm kind of curious. Do you guys write collectively, or do you guys, you know, do a couple of you come up with an idea, you know, rhythm section, or what have you, or is it just completely always a band thing?
I would say it's mostly a band thing, because someone comes up with an idea, Anna comes up with a set of lyrics, right? She has an idea in her head, and she says, well, this is what I have, right? So we're brainstorming, right? We meet up each other, we go to practice, she shows us what she thinks, maybe stuff that she worked with already with Morgan, with Justin, and then we start fleshing it out. We just keep playing it until one of us starts pointing at each other like, keep that in. No, you should do that, or don't do that. That sounded really bad. Yeah. But it's a brainstorming thing, right? You can't let your feelings get hurt.
Sure.
Right? Because for all you know, their idea is something that might help you sprout another idea, right? And it's cool. It's like an avalanche. It just keeps rolling, snowballing into something bigger and bigger and bigger. Like Neck Deep. That one started more. I'm trying to think. I think it started more of like this one band that we like to listen to called White Reaper. It started a lot more of inspiration from that, and then it turned into a Queens of the Stone Age type song. That's how we describe it.
Sure.
So with MPK, same thing. Anna had a set of lyrics. She thought of a moment in time, and the background with that one is that I believe she was drugged up from
her wisdom teeth.
There
She
you
got
go.
wisdom teeth out.
yeah, she was drugged up.
I'm glad you finished that
Yeah.
with wisdom teeth and not something else, because that would have been really bad. And she's not here to defend herself. So.
So that came from that's where
That's true. It's actually
yeah,
true.
Yeah. She was drugged up, but in a legal way for her pain. But yeah, that's where the title came from, Natural Painkiller. It kind of went from there, and she thought of lyrics, the little tune when she was, recovering, right? So yeah, it's one person comes with an idea, one of our songs, the ones we love to play at the very end, My Town. That one was Justin's idea, and that was he showed me a recording. Where were we at? Buffalo Wild Wings, like one of our first band dates when I joined.
Yep.
Right.
Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah.
had a voice memo on my phone. Hey, this is what we were playing around with. This is like the second time we are like hanging out with Carlos, like trying to get him up to speed. Like, here's what we are. Here's kind of what we're working on. What do you think? And then Carlos was like, that was that was your bedroom or whatever. Like, no, we need to like flesh this out.
You want to
There's something
delete
there.
it, You want to delete these memos, But it's always good to keep these memos because you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm going to take a little break here, but can you keep this can cool for me while I...
Let me help you with that. So, because everyone always asks me, you always play, gigs with the red flannel, and a lot of time I do, right? It makes me easily recognizable, but here, I'll keep my can easily recognizable now with this little cozy.
So, while we listen to My Town right now, and this can keeps cool with Carlos Little
It's like a
Flannel
mug
there.
now, look at that.
We're going to listen to My Town, and we'll be right back.
From the Flying Cruisers, another awesome song from them.
Thank you.
So thank you for sharing that song with us.
You guys getting some good jerky over there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Heck yeah.
anyway, last night I was out and just out at another venue and just kind of hanging out. I met Jeff Walden from Bubba's Jerky. So you can go to bubbajerky.com, and they have so many different flavors, but their whole idea is craft jerky for craft beer. So that being said, we've got, what do we have here? We have whiskey teriyaki, we've got lemon pepper, and what's the third one over there?
This one's called Hippie Honey.
This is lemon balm.
Spicy.
What does it say? Roll up to a slow burn of barbecue and spices.
Yeah,
This
so
one's good.
yeah, these guys are out of Claremont, California. So keeping that local thing, we gosh, this is outstanding. I love it.
It's
So
good. It's good.
Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get him
My
some more to
mom
drink so
said-
he can wash it down.
My mom said not to eat with my mouth full, so you're gonna have to wait until I finish the whole thing.
We'll wait for you guys. We'll
Cut the
wait.
commercial.
So, as we pour this last one here, this last drink of the evening, what do you guys think of this color so far?
It feels like I'm
Wow.
like detoxing.
You're cleansing your
I'm cleansing
system.
my system and my bowels.
So,
Wow.
You could have just left it at cleansing, Carlos.
What else is it gonna cleanse?
Cleansing. Everybody knows the cleansing.
So, as I set that there, I'm actually going to tell you about this. This is Oozlefinch Beers. It's called Party Dinosaur. They're out of Fort Monroe, Virginia. This is a 6.5 ABV. The IBU is unknown, but it's very low. I can tell you right now, very low. This has got 346 check-ins, so it's fairly a new beer.
Yep.
But it still rates a 3.68 on Untapped, so that's fairly good. This will run you about $6 a can. But when you guys taste it, I think you're going to get something you've probably never had before. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys ready for this?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Pinky out. Cheers.
What was the
Whoa.
flavors of that one again?
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was
So
tasting.
we've got, it's a sour ale with tangerine, mango,
Okay.
carrot juice,
Mm-hmm.
vanilla, and lactose. So the vanilla and lactose are definitely mellowing it out, as far as just keeping it mellow. So it's not so acidic.
There you go. You're right. It's like I would call it smooth. I would say it's like I don't really have to think twice about drinking it.
Yeah. So I love this as a breakfast drink. it's
Yeah.
that easy to do. Truly.
Yeah.
It's that
yeah.
easy to do because it's the carrot juice, mango, and the tangerine. Just make it simple. Very simple to
Yeah.
drink.
I can see eating this with bacon.
Yeah,
Just by eating the
absolutely.
teriyaki,
Eat that jerky.
right? I got by eating the teriyaki jerky. It's like
Yes.
the bacon, right?
This does go pretty good together.
It
too.
does. It honestly does. Like for real.
Yeah, definitely.
We did do a review on this a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, with their cute little dinosaurs that we had.
So,
Oh, good.
tell us a little bit about what you guys do outside of the band. Like, do you guys go to the movies together? Do you guys? Oh, they're both
They're
still
eating.
telling you.
I'm trying to raise them.
Oh,
Like,
you
you
can't
better.
answer. Please.
Like I said, we hungry.
Please don't choke on here. I don't have to do the Heimlich on the show.
I'm like elbowing Justin. Like you answer this. My mouth's full. And then I look at his mouth, and his mouth is full. I'll pull the jerky down.
Gotta wait for them. Do, 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 do,
Okay, I'm good now.
do.
Okay, I'm good now.
Let me check your mouth. Let me see, make sure. I don't want you choking. There you go.
Okay, now I'm ready for the question.
Give him the question
So,
again.
outside of the band, as far as when you guys are doing different things, you guys go places together. Have you guys gone places together? Trips, go to see certain bands, maybe different concerts. Tell us what you guys do outside of this.
Okay, a few things come to mind. So, something I think we all really like is getting outside in the nature, walking, hiking, all of that. So we've actually gone camping twice. We've gone up to the Sierras like last year, and we just like camping and then going up and like hiking different trails, having fun setting up tents and making breakfast and all that kind of fun stuff. And then another thing that comes to mind is only like 3 of us, so not the whole band were able to go, but we went to a concert to see White Reaper,
Mm-hmm.
so that was a lot of fun. And excuse me, the jerky, that jerky's good. And something we like too is seeing those other bands, our idol bands. We've gone to see Rival Sons before. That's one of my favorite bands. And it's definitely like a real bonding thing. Like something we do when we go to these shows is we look at the big boys and we'll like point stuff out and be like, wait, like, do you see what they did? Or like, no, that's how we need to do it. That was smooth. Or like, we look at all those minute things that maybe not everyone else looks at.
Sure.
But it's like, number one, we like the music, but number two, it's just like, what can we take from that and try to improve ourselves, with? And it's just like really eye-opening too, that just shows their musicianship, and it's like, that's how we should end the song, or like, oh my gosh, look at that solo, like, let's try to do that. And so that's something we like bonding with too, is looking at our idols and trying to like grab bits and pieces from how can we do that.
Yeah. And then what we like about doing these little trips and everything is that, okay, I always look forward to something happening interesting, right? Because when you go through weird situations, hard situations, you build a stronger bond. So when we went to Sierras, there was a fire tornado that lit, right? I don't know if you heard it. And then even the what was it? The forest, what do they call them? The officers there were saying that they've never seen that ever, right? It was the first time there was a fire tornado. We got rained out. Me and my wife's tent did not have a cover, so it flooded, right? And it smelled like strong smoke, right? And this was, what time was this when we were trying to escape?
It was,
right?
Wasn't it like 5 or something?
Yeah, and the funny part is that prior to that, we were, okay, this is what, we went hiking, we needed a shower, so I said, hey, let's hit up the lake. We drove to the lake, and they're like, that's funny because that fire looks really high, right? Whatever, it's far away. And then, we're in the lake, like, swimming, like, ha, 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 splashing each other, right? And then the wind started coming in real hard. Sandstorm was, like, hurting our eyes. Like, let's get in the car, We're driving back. All you see is smoke enveloping everything, right? And then Anna was driving, and she's, like, getting all worried and, like, kind of getting anxiety. Like, what do we do? Do we go home? All that stuff. We get back to the camp, flooded. Everything, right? Oh, my goodness. My Kia was soaked with just a mess of the tent. We pretty much ran off and drove off, because we're like, we're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk fires. Fires are crazy, right?
Oh, yeah.
We ended up getting a hotel in Bishop, right? We drove like, an hour and a half, 2 hours in the middle of the night. We got a hotel room in Bishop, and we all shared it. We all, whatever. I think you guys were on one side, me and my wife were on the other side. Oh my goodness, we knocked out. We had like a bunch of Taco Bell and Carl's Jr. I don't remember what we ate.
I think we did Carl's Jr.
Yeah, and we knocked out. The shower, oh my goodness. You know how good it feels to have a shower?
Yes, absolutely.
After all that panic. Yeah, it was more like sweaty panic. I don't even know if it was the rain hitting us, but it was those intense moments are the ones that we all remember together and kind of bring us closer, because it's like,
absolutely,
right? We laugh at it. At the time, we were worried, right? Lightning striking, and we don't know what's going on, but now looking back, it's funny, right?
Yeah, remember when we did that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what else you got? You got anything?
No, just my usual business. And
Let's
I
do
think
the
we're
business
done.
then.
All right. Do you guys need more to drink or more
Let's fill up.
jerky so I can do my business?
Go ahead.
Which one?
Fill up with what you guys want there.
This one. We have your little koozie thing over there. Your flannel.
And we have the cucumber blackberry one.
All
Which one
right.
do you
So
want?
while you guys are doing that, I'll just
I'll try the horchata.
go over some business. But thank you guys again for being on our show and giving us
Thank you.
insights. Definitely educational over here. So,
Yes, we look forward to that show. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
We definitely look forward to that show, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we definitely look forward to that show and what you guys got going on for sure.
Thank you for having us here. This is a lot of fun.
It is.
You guys can come back anytime. I know that
Right.
we're gonna get the other two. So
I mean, all I gotta
On
do
the
is talk
work-
about myself and drink.
Now
yes,
there's
that's all.
jerky.
Oh yeah, now
there's
there's jerky.
See.
Can't wait to get like steak. We're gonna get sirloin.
All right. Well, we want you to be on our show. So if you guys are an artist, a musician, if you're a brewery, or just an average Joe, we would love to have you on our show. You can showcase what you have to our followers, and also if you're a brewery, we can just have an episode with your beers. And also if you're just an average Joe and just want to sit up here and see what we're trying and give your take and, compare it to what you usually drink, you're more than welcome to be on the show. We also want to make sure that you guys are following us on all mediums, Instagram, Facebook, and make sure you guys are subscribing on YouTube. That way you get notified of our weekly podcast. Yes, I said weekly. Those are coming out weekly now, so more of me to see for you guys. So I don't care about this one over here, but
I care.
oh, thank you, Carla. I got one that cares over here. So.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, thank you, Jesse. I got you.
If you care, hit the subscribe button. If you care.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
Smash that
subscribe,
like
definitely.
And also make sure that you guys are supporting our friends over here and following them on all their mediums, Flying Cruisers. And make sure if you liked any of the songs, they have more songs on Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, all the mediums out there that have music. Sorry, I'm just used to YouTube. I don't do the other ones, so I don't know what they are. But you can look them up at Flying Cruisers, and if you can't find them for some reason, just send us a message. We'll steer you in the right direction. Also, make sure you get your tickets. Get those in early for their August 7th show. Support them. Support a local bands. Help them out. We'll have information going out on this episode. We will also be promoting that for them on our sites weekly, and we'll get that out for them as well, because we're all friends here and wanted to support each other. So that's all I got. It's been a fun time having guests. It kind of gets boring with just us two over here, because I got to keep this one.
Thanks. What?
I got to keep this one in line, and as you can see, I'm about ready to go zip it, because you're done over there. So, anyways, but again, just thank you guys for being on the show, putting up with us. I mean, him, but we could do this, just me and you guys. We'll just kick him out.
Donna, blink twice if you're in danger. Okay.
Remember what we were talking about earlier before the show, huh?
Yes.
We going to visit that farm pretty soon.
Yes.
Send them to the ranch. Send them to the ranch.
To the ranch?
To the ranch.
He's going to the train station.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, enough shenanigans over here, but yeah. And I haven't even drank a lot, so
All right.
that's all I got. Just make sure, follow us, follow them, and
Need a full glass. Let's fill our glasses here real
oh,
quick.
that's right. I'm going with this one.
And
Which glasses? Were you?
you can
Anyone,
fill it with
you
any one of those.
All three.
Drink your
Okay.
flannel. No,
Oh, just fill one.
just so we end the show.
Just so we end the show.
There we go.
So we just need a little bit in there to.
A little bit. Oh, okay.
Well, you can drink the rest later.
So we're gonna do this like we always do. As we end this class, we want you to raise your glass and cheers.
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 And thanks to the Flying Cruisers.
Thanks to the Flying
Thank you,
Cruisers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheers.